I'm sipping, sipping, sipping in slippers. I'm feeling so fine. There's nothing, oh nothing, oh there's nothing better than drinking a fine glass of wine. So put on your slippers and pour me some wine. Red, white, or rosé, we'll have a good time. And maybe a Chianti or a nice Chardonnay. How about a Merlot or a Chicky Viognier? Italian or French or Rioja from Spain. 6 bottles later and it all tastes the same. And it might taste turkey and it can taste cherry. And it can sometimes taste like a strawberry. So Cap Frank and Capsule in a long taxi home. Wrong turn at Tuscany and ended up at Rome. So take off your slippers and put down the glass. Just drink from the bottle cause you're drunk off your butt. Sippin', sippin', sippin' in slippers. I'm feeling so fine. There's nothing, ain't nothing, no there's nothing better than drinking a fine glass of wine.
Original Sip here. So today is another good day to drink wine. The market was actually up today. And I also have a few other really good reasons to do so. One, this is an official wine tasting of red wines from Spain. So it's cultural, it's educational, and we can learn to drink Spanish wine fluently. Espanol, that is. And secondly, I'm sharing this wine with my friend Sneaky Sip. So I'm not drinking alone. And thirdly, it's Wine Wednesday. And you know what? Where is Oversip today?
I don't know. Where would he be?
Under a rock somewhere.
This is Oversip. And let's get ready to stumble!
This is Sneaky Sip here. Cheers to that, and most importantly, we're getting back in touch with nature. We are drinking wine on the patio, so all good. So today we have 3 reds from Spain. Again, all affordable for the average wino. The highest priced one, the Bodegas Muga Reserva 2011 at just $26. You might not be able to buy happiness, but you can always find the money to buy wine, and that is happiness in a bottle.
I'll drink to that. So today we're not having a glass of wine, we're having at least 3, unless Sneaky Sip gets a few on the side I don't know about.
And I always do.
Trying 3 different red wines. So gather up some of your wine tasting friends and put on your slippers and join us and sip with us for a while. Let's drink lunch together.
So here's the educational part of the wine kicks in.
That was
Before the wine kicks in.
educational, just like George Bush. You pulled a George Bush.
Yeah. For those of you that have never been to Spain and don't know a thing about it, Spain is the 3rd largest country in production. Spain ranks 1st in land under vine. Some of the popular reds of Spain are Tempranillo, Garnacha. Popular red regions of Spain like Rioja is known for its outstanding wines of Tempranillo grape.
Well, I'm done. I'm ready to drink. Enough talking about wine. Let's open some wine and let's start with the Rioja from Spain.
It's a Tempranillo Rioja from Spain, and they say it's big, bold, and just the way I like my wine. This is a vintage that has rather fresher fruit and floral notes, which are present in all the phases of tasting, but without becoming dominant at any time. You can find fresh, jammy cherry, red berry, fruit compote, a touch of licorice, aniseed, and hints of fennel and white blossom. The spectrum of aromas is so great that it barely leaves room for the hints of oaky spices to make an appearance. Bodegas Muga is apparently one of the oldest, most elegant, and traditional Rioja producers.
So here's what I have to say. Me likey. I can definitely smell the cherry, and kind of having raspberry jam wine is kind of like breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in one. I'm kind of getting the full meal deal here all in one.
I'm going to have to agree with the Original Sip. This is quite good. I might even have to steal another Sneaky Sip of this. It's so good.
So this is a 2 feet up wine?
This is definitely a 2 feet up wine.
4 feet. High five. High 4.
I like this. I actually can taste the oakiness in this one.
For me, it's mostly the cherry. So it smells cherry so strong. It's very full, though. This is fantastic. I really do like this. Cheers to Spain, Espanol.
Cheers.
Into the spit bucket or the blender bucket. So, Sneaky Sip. Here we go. Bottle number 2. They can't say we don't try. We're triers. We're goers. And as they say in Espanol, bate numero dos.
What's that mean?
Bottle number 2. The Castano Solanera 2012 Special Limited Production Wine is an example of the high-quality wine potential of the emerging Yesía region in southern Spain. It's a dark cherry color, ripe fruit, pleasant wooden notes, complex nose, spiced and elegant. Apparently on the palate it's rich, balanced, and elegant with sweet, round tannins. And they say you can enjoy it with strongly flavored dishes such as cochinillo, roast suckling pig, and cheeses such as manchego.
I actually enjoy it with another glass of wine. I reserve my carbs for wine.
This is Oversip again, and as a professional wine drinker and chef, I think that when pairing wine, should always have wine in a glass in each hand. Yes, it's basically the perfect pairing for wine.
Cheers to that.
About the winery, there are only a handful of wineries remaining in Recklesson's bilateral peg, and they are led by forward-thinking Bodegas Castano, which has helped reinvigorate the winemaking in the region.
So, Sneaky Sip, I know we just sort of knocked down a few glasses of the other one and kind of moved into this pretty quickly, but I'm going to say, I don't know, it just didn't knock my slippers off the same as the first one. The first one I loved. This one I kind of like, but I'm going to give it a one slipper up.
I disagree with you there, Original Sip. I think this is fantastic. It's earthy, it's well balanced. I give it 2 feet up.
Well, and that's why there's 2 of us. 2 different opinions and 4 feet. So that is a 3 foot up.
3 feet.
3 feet. That's about as tall as me. So, yes, good wine is the answer. But what was the question again?
As long as the answer is always wine, it doesn't matter.
That's right. Cheers to that.
And on to bottle number 3, Tres en Español. It's a Borsao Tres Picos Garnacha.
And look who's here. Gewürztraminer Wiener. Although he does like the reds, even though he's named after a white. We've always said that he's partial to the red, so I think he smelled some red wine and wandered on in here. Wandering Wiener.
So this is a Grenache from Spain. Very intense cherry red color with tones of purple. Presents in the nose a great concentration of aromas of ripe red fruit with floral nuances. In the mouth it is a well-structured, rich wine that evokes tastes of blackberry plum and tones of leather and vanilla with soft and silky tannin.
Speaking of benders, Sneaky Sip, what do you think of this wine?
Commentary on the wine?
Oh. What do you think of this one, Sneaky Sip? Third bottle. I think you've been sneaking more than
I
a
might
glass
have been
or 2.
sneaking a couple, 1 or 2 again.
Yeah. You're almost as bad as Oversip. And speaking of that, it's wine o'clock. No one's heard from him. Where could he be?
At the bar again, probably. He never comes to our bar.
No, he's always on remote location.
This is Oversip. I didn't really like that particular wine, so I think I'm going to wash it down with another glass of wine. A different wine, but another glass of wine.
I'm not sure about this wine. While I do like a Grenache grape, I usually like it in a blend with something else. This is a little overly sweet for me to really like, so I am actually just going to give it half a foot.
And I'm actually not going to, it's no feet for me.
No feet.
Stinky feet. It's stinky feet for me. I don't like it.
I've never heard you give just no feet for
I
a wine.
I know, because usually all wine is good wine, but that's not my thing. I'm going to give it a stinky feet. So, yeah, oh my God, time does fly when you're drinking.
It's already wine 30. Oh no. Well, that's it for today. I can check off drinking wine off my to-do list. Another successful day as far as I'm concerned. My to-do list for tomorrow is shopping for wine.
Cheers to that.
And in closing, as the great Frank Sinatra says, I feel bad for people that don't drink because well, it's the best they're going to feel when they wake up all day.
Toodles. And now everybody sing along.
There's nothing, ain't nothing, no, there's nothing